And thank you for letting me meet with you and your team last week. And really learned a lot about NOLA closets, and we're very excited for this opportunity. So after our meeting, came back to the station, and fortunately I have a group of people that are all these brilliant minds, and we came up with a really fabulous plan because we did our research, and I hope what you see today is going to be very encouraging to take your business to that next level. So what we learned about your company last week was, number one, you're new to the Mid-City market. You're kind of off the beaten path, so it's not like you're this huge billboard sitting out there on Carrollton Avenue. And you're really more than just closets. And I was really excited to hear that because all those DIY shows and HGTV, it's about mudrooms and pantries and backyard living. And so there is so much more, and that's really a message that you really need to get out there. Thank you for joining us this morning, Tim. And then it was really cool that you're all doing wine rooms as well, because wine is huge right now. Well, it's always been huge in my life. And how you're really getting your business today is through builders, and your husband is a builder, so a lot of things are happening and developing in that arena, but also you're working with architects and designers. So there's really a lot of opportunity out there. But what my understanding is how do we get that message out further? So are we going in the right path of what we discussed last week?
Pretty spot on.
And you, being in that age group, is also who we're trying to target. So what NOLA Closets really does well is they have a design team. You have a great design team. They go out, and it's kind of like how we met last week. You go out and you find out, what are the needs? You know, do I need my dogs to stop eating my shoes? So do I need them higher in my closet? You know, everybody has a certain need, whether it's the garage because you got a new tool and you want to put it up and you realize it's absolute clutter, or you got kids coming in and out of this nasty weather and you want to get the wet gear off of them, and so you've developed a mudroom. So there's a tremendous amount of opportunity out there. The products that you're offering are all made in the U.S., and the craftsmanship is really what puts you over and above. It's not the particle board that you're buying in the Home Depot section or some of the other prefab stuff that is being touted in the market today. So what you're offering is to make it look more like a beautiful room that you're walking into, and you know, even relating that to a garage. It can be absolutely fabulous looking. And the quality work and the cleanup and great reviews. You've had great reviews. I've looked at your site. The site's beautiful. The reviews have been fabulous because it's really important for your company to make sure that there's not dirt left on the floor. Nothing's worse than going through construction like I've just done and picking up water bottles or Coke cans. So the fact that you get to walk in, even if you're living through the construction, is to be able to always have a clean setup. Now, if you're building, another feature that we have at our company is, or that you have at your company, is a portal where, for example, if you're building a home, this portal allows you to go in every night as a customer and look at the progress. So it keeps getting everybody a little bit more exciting. The next thing you know, they're posting it on Facebook. So those are all really great things that you're doing. And then a lifetime warranty. So, you know, things do break, and if you can have that, that's awesome. So that's pretty much how we what I took from our meeting last week. Would you want to add anything to that?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the industry, your opportunities and your challenges. And I'm going to kind of turn this around and not go necessarily in sequence here, but DIY is becoming a big thing. Everybody thinks they can get out their screwdriver, put a doorknob in, do it right, which I did not accomplish the other day, which is very true. I put it on the wrong door. So, yeah, that's my partner. But a lot of the challenges are is there's the big companies like the California Closets. You're local. So it's a challenge, but yet it's an opportunity. You know, when we talk about the DIY, everybody's shopping in Home Depot trying to come up with a modular system that might be great, and then they get halfway through it and they want to shoot their husband. And so, or they want to start over again because it's really not what their expectations were. They had something in their mind and it really didn't come out the way they wanted it. So then they call in for reinforcements. And then a big percentage of the community and the people that have the interest to do these things in their home really want a professional because they don't have the time. I don't have time to go to Home Depot and get this and get that, take up my weekend. My time is precious. So that's all exciting because a lot of these challenges are really great opportunities because the growing trend in the U.S. is almost 4% by 2019. It keeps building and building and building about I need to utilize my space best. And New Orleans is probably one of the key areas to talk about utilizing space. Back in the day, you know, you were charged taxes on a closet, so you didn't have closets. So a lot of these rebuilds and renovations they go into and they take a bedroom and they make it this absolutely beautiful room. So now I have a closet, a real closet. New home construction is completely different. We talked a little bit about, you know, more focus on garage storage. You know, there's areas of the home that you don't really even think about. Like maybe you have a small kitchen and the pantries are really tight, but you want to be able to get more out of what you do have. So you're really in a perfect market today because there's a lot of renovation going on and there's a lot of opportunity and people are busy. So all those wonderful prospects in New Orleans, how do we make them customers? And that's the key question, and that's where we come in. So as I mentioned, we came back and did some research and talked with the team at the station, and you know, fortunately we've got these great minds that really kind of think about all aspects of how we would launch a campaign for you to help you take these prospects and become customers. And first of all, it's awareness. You've been around for 6 months. You've got a great name, NOLA Closets. Can't beat that one. So we want to get you out there. We want that name to be top of mind awareness at all times. Oh, closets? Oh, call NOLA Closets. That's where we really want to get you to. So we're going to achieve that through television, and that's your opportunity to get that message out to the masses. And we'll put you in key areas that will accomplish that. So now that you've got the awareness out there, we want to talk about the consideration. All of a sudden, people are seeing the visual of that commercial, and they're like, wow, that would be really cool. That would make me less aggravated every time I go into the garage and see this mess because a lot of women they've got too much going on. They want organization in their life. So, and then the intent. And that's where we take that commercial and it creates that consideration. And now we're going to start targeting you. Because obviously, if you've seen that commercial, you're going to start typing in closet systems, garage designs, outdoor living designs. And so now there's an intent to start investigating. Most people turn to the internet several times a day, 24/7, to go out and look and start researching what they're looking for. And that's when you have that opportunity through ads that are going to target you because you are looking, and it's going to create the purchase. And where the loyalty comes in is you as a company, you're going to create that loyalty through the process of building out the closet, building out the garage, because you've done everything that you said you've done. And then the advocacy. And that's really key because that's going to be something that you and I are going to do together. Us as a station, you as a company. You're going to take pictures of that closet, of the happy person that's got the dog that says you can no longer get to my shoes. You know, you want to make things fun. You want to push that out there. People are going to start sharing that information. So you're pushing it out on Facebook, you're pushing it out on Twitter, because you're a happy client. And that's what we're really trying to accomplish here. And we'll go into more details about how we're going to accomplish that next. So let me kind of go back and let's step back into 2008. Let me take you back in time. Used to be television was the key thing, and radio. Everybody had a new radio station. Well, if you think about it today, nobody's talked about a new radio station. Nobody's talked about, I'm ordering the newspaper again. And those are the ways to communicate out there and advertise your business. Well, that has been on a huge decline. But what has inclined significantly is the internet, because nobody walks out of their house without their keys, their phone. So if you're sitting at lunchtime and you're starting to think about, because you saw that ad about the closet, what are you going to do at lunchtime? You're sitting there by yourself eating a sandwich, that's what you're going to start researching. You're multitasking at the end of the day. So you're sitting there watching television, but you've got an iPad in front of you, and I'm going to start researching closets. And I can't tell you how many people I've met with personally that have been rebuilding and are going, but I love this, and I love this, and I love this, and I love this. Well, this is what they're doing. And then you have to narrow it in and hopefully find a place in the middle to actually get it done. So the market has changed, and so we're going to be incorporating digital, obviously, with our campaign, because that's what's on the rise, and that's how people shop today. So the new path for new customers is 2 in 4 customers research products online after seeing an offline ad. They want to look at reviews. They want to investigate. They want to see what your website looks like. So your website, fortunately, is absolutely beautiful. It gives you tremendous amount of visual, and people relate to visual advertising. And your website is your form of advertising. But we need to get you there. So the fact that 74% of people search for products online, and then they discover, 50% of them discover new brands, new opportunities. So that's why we're going to be going in the direction that we're going in. So let's put it all together, just like we're going to create this fabulous closet. We're going to put it all together. We're going to start off with a 6-month campaign. And just to reassure you, if we need to tweak things every 2 weeks or every month to see where we're going with things, we're going to be there 100% of the time for you. We're just not going to sign you up, let you go, and have a good time. We're going to really pay attention to everything that we're proposing today. And the key is we want to reach customers 24/7. You've got your customers that are up there at 2 o'clock in the morning because they can't sleep. People shop all day long today. It's just not, well, we only do it from 8 in the morning till 9 in the morning. That's just not the way the world is today. So we want to give you the opportunity to reach out to people no matter what time of day it is. And then we're going to continue to follow them and along their journey until they purchase. So we're going to be incorporating all of that in the campaign that we're going to talk about. Some additional things that you can do on your end is Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. These are things, for example, when you're building out a closet, go through the stages, start taking pictures, and then get a picture of that smiling face of this woman that's ecstatic and has a baby in her hand or a dog in her hand. That's important because people really relate to babies and dogs. They really do. So, they do. But this is your opportunity to really start posting the things that you are doing and how creative you're being. People want to see that. They're visual. They want to see visual. So the campaign, when we talk about 24/7 and how to keep these people engaged, get your message out there, we're going to start with television, as we discussed before. And then I want to talk a little bit about search, and I'll get into that in the next part of this presentation. But the search is really important. When I pull up closet systems, you don't pull up in a Google search. So that's the first thing that we really need to target, aside from the television, but we really need to get you on that first page. So we can do that through Google AdWords, because people Google in weird ways. Like they'll misspell closets, and then it's closets, and they're thinking of one thing, but they're not saying it the right way. So we start going through all the key AdWords that might bring them to your site. That's our goal. Then we start looking at all that and saying, okay, these words are really connecting to your website. So now that we've got you to the website, we know that there's an interest, so we're going to start following you with really creative ads. And again, it's going to be visual, or it could be an offer, or it could be a new home building opportunity, like, don't miss out on adding this while you're going through the building of your new home. And then we're going to also continue to follow that customer, potential customer that we're going to make into a customer, is through your video pre-roll. And that's where the commercial that we're going to put together, which is 15 seconds, the reason why we're doing that is because we want to put that into video pre-roll as well. If I get to see an ad for 15 seconds that excites me because it's everything that I've been thinking about, the likelihood is they're going to pick up the phone and call. And then Facebook. Not only are we going to target them across the internet and across the vast internet, no matter what site they go to, but now I'm going to deliver an ad as well to your Facebook page. And I'm pointing out to you because I'm not doing it to Joe Smith, who has no interest in a client. I'm going to literally follow you because you're a potential client. So we talked about Google AdWords, search engine marketing. And again, this is where we're talking about closets. And as you can see, this is a true snapshot of where you're at, and you're not up there. So that really is key. We need to get that name out there. So again, my digital team is going to be a big part of this plan. They'll be monitoring it to see what words are going to get you to get clients, potential clients, to your website. And then the tactics, we kind of reviewed that just a few moments ago, but it's site retargeting. So for example, if I'm on a DIY, and I've been searching for closets or systems and pantries. Okay, so if I'm on the DIY network, it's going to serve me an ad there. It's going to follow me wherever we're going to go, wherever you're going to go on the internet. It does not matter if you're on ESPN, CNN, Fox News, wherever. The keyword search targeting is how we're going to continue to follow you. And it's kind of scary of what our phones do. And when we're on the internet, it really does take those IP addresses and says, I know who you are and I know what you want. So in competitive targeting, when people go to other sites, this is our opportunity. Since I already know what your habits are and your behaviors are, I see that you're shopping the competition. Well, I'm going to serve you an ad because I want you to at least get some competitive pricing and some competitive ideas. The contextual targeting, there's articles about new closets design, new apparatuses for the kitchen or the wherever in your home. You're going to be looking up that. And again, that's going to serve an ad as long as it relates to what your behavior is. The geofencing. I walk into California Closets. I'm a potential customer. So I'm going to start serving you ads because I know that you're obviously shopping for ideas. And then the social media targeting, and Facebook has gotten huge. And it continues to be huge, and it's really the perfect arena for what you're trying to accomplish because so many women are on Facebook. And so not only is that ad going to show to you because you've been doing this behavior, but you're going to start sharing it. And you're going to, send it to Sally and Beth and Wanda, and you're going to go, hey, you need to check this out. This is what you've been looking for. So you want to keep getting that message out there. It's all like all these spider webs that are out there. So let's make it happen. Let's build some closets for people out there. And that's what we really want to get to. So we're going to put together a monthly schedule, and I've included a schedule that I'll go through in more detail after we get through this presentation. But we're going to create 4 15-second commercials, and they're all going to be really visual. We want to see the excitement of all the things that you can do with that limited amount of space or a huge space. We're going to create all your digital ads. There's never going to be a cost for that. If you've got an upcoming event for Labor Day and you want to do some sort of, get 2 systems done in your house and, reduce your price by 20%, we're going to help you stay really competitive out there. And so we'll be in touch with you regularly to see how things are going. We're going to have a monthly digital plan. We're going to bring your NOLA closets, so when people search for closet systems, we're going to bring them right up there with search engine marketing. We're going to do your target banner ads, video targeting in Facebook, and anything else we can help you with or give you ideas with. And over the 6-month period, we're going to reach over 3.5 million women. These are your target audience. Now, let's go through to the next page, because the investment that we're looking at is about $48,000 over a 6-month period. But the beauty of this is what you told me earlier is this is not such a big number when you look at you're trying to go from 2 systems a week to 4 systems. I can deliver that. So that's going to pay for a campaign. But we don't want to dump everything in and say, okay, we're going to do the same thing every month, because when you think about it, people are not shopping for closet systems or organization systems throughout the entire year. When we did some research, we did see some peaks and valleys throughout the year. For example, during the holiday season in November, I'm thinking about putting a turkey on there. I'm not thinking about, turkey in the oven. I'm not thinking about reorganizing my closet. Now, when I get all these fabulous shoes and handbags and clothes for Christmas, I might want to rethink about how my closet looks. Or when I'm starting to pack up all my Christmas decorations, and you get frustrated because you can only shove so much in an attic or in a closet. So this is when the bells are going to start going off and go ding, 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 ding. So that's why what we're going to do is we're going to look at those key time periods. And as you see, November and December, we're lightening it up a little. But come back when we go into January, people are getting tax refunds. People are thinking about, how do I get all this stuff back in my attic? These are the times that they're going to call you. So when you look at a monthly cost, and if you're only trying to achieve an additional 8 closets per month, that's going to be a good return on your investment. And so that's what it's all about. We just don't want to keep spending your money, dumping it into one big basket and hoping for the best. We're going to monitor it monthly. We're going to scale back or add to if we need to by month. And the results are definitely going to be, you're going to get the business. You're going to continue to get the exposure, and you're going to start getting new customers. And it needs to be consistent. To do anything in a shorter period of time would be really a waste of your money, and I'd be walking out the door right now, because it's not worth your time or my time. So what are your thoughts about what we've discussed today?
I like it.
What do you like about it?
It's the plan is solid. I like that you aren't doing the same thing over and over, because my business does change throughout the year, or the business does change throughout the year. So I appreciate the thought that you put into it.
Okay.
Can I sign?
Well, I have a couple more questions. Can we meet next week? Because there's another step to the process. So obviously you're happy, and as I said, we can change things. Times change every single day. Things change. So we can certainly monitor that and tweak things as necessary. But the first thing that we need to get off the ground, and the reason why I'd like to sign off on all this today, is because I'm really excited about bringing our production team out there to start getting creative ideas rolling. Because that's the key for the first piece of the pie. And that first piece of the pie is, what are we going to do creatively? And we're also going to sit down and talk about, in depth, about words that that are zing words that are going to make people go to your site. So we're going to look at everything, but we really need to get started on the creative. So is Wednesday or Thursday of next week a good time to come out and get that process rolling?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your time. There's the pen. I appreciate your time today, and I really look forward to doing business with you.